But just how do people not know that, though?
I mean, it seems obvious.
Look, you go over to someone's house, right?
Yeah.
They're having like a Super Bowl party, or like watching the Oscars, or watching, your latest movie that came out. And they've got that damn thing on their TV.
It's
and
obnoxious.
No one knows that it exists. I'm telling you, less than 50% of the people out there know that this even exists on their TV.
How do we tell the people?
Well, first of all, I can't remember what it's called. It's called like motion blurring or like advanced motion something. It's like a setting on all the new TVs that make the TVs look just strange as you're watching it. I don't even know how to describe it. It makes everything you're watching look like a soap opera or something, right? Is that a good way to describe it?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, when I looked it up one time to turn it off, it said it was like nicknamed the soap opera setting.
Ugh.
That's what Google said anyway.
Nobody likes soap operas.
Well, I trust anything Google says.
It's the Brett Davern Show, brought to you by Adobe Radio, in partnership with Nice Guy Digital, and recorded live in beautiful North Hollywood, California. On today's episode, Brett apologizes. We check our email. Visit with Adam Hagenbugh from Netflix's Fuller House. We're going to play Guess Who's Higher, and we're going to play our guilty pleasure rock songs. Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
That's me.
Your new best friend, Brett Davern.
Listen up, everybody. This is our show. Thank you for joining us live on Adobe Radio, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. You want to join in the fun? You can call the show anytime, 1-888-99-ADOBE. Just call in and say the phrase that pays.
We have one of those?
I don't know. We have to make one up. That phone number is 1-888-994-3624. And if you call in today around 7:25 a.m. on the West Coast, you will be playing Guess Who's Higher, the IMDb Star Meter game, against our guest, Adam Hagenbugh. And I will, if you win, I'll give you $50. And if he wins, him and I will stand up and touch stomachs on YouTube. Bear. Stomach on stomach. Maybe not bear. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you want to email the show, you can email anytime. bdsfans@adobe.com. That's bdsfans@adobe.com. What's up, Boy Wonder?
What's going on?
You got to yell it out, Dan. I'm just telling you. There it is. And hello, producer Katie.
It's National Dictionary Day, Brett.
My 7th grade brain thought you were going to stop after the first part of that word.
Wait till later in the show.
Lots of big show to get to today. We got Adam stopping by. We're going to play the IMDb Star Meter game, like I said. It's also, we were calling it Guilty Pleasure Day today as far as the music goes. But then when we started building the playlist, we realized that we love these songs. So it's just Pleasure Day today on the podcast. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some songs that bring us pleasure. Also, before we really get the show going, let's bring it to a screeching halt with some apologies. I got to apologize for last week. Last week we had about 3 minutes of no talking on the beginning of the show, but the theme song came through nice and clear.
Yeah.
But Katie, I'm actually apologizing for Katie because Katie forgot to hit the talk button.
There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah. She's doing a lot over there. You can't really see the computer screen on YouTube because the camera's right above it. But when you see her making those funny faces into the camera, she's actually looking at a computer monitor. This is my favorite face. Go to YouTube and check it out.
All right. Not everyone can be as pretty as you, Brett.
Oh, my goodness. Excited for today's show, Katie?
Very much.
Do you like Mondays or do you hate Mondays?
I'm all right with a Monday.
I'm all right with Mondays as long as we're here.
And Adam's here. Adam's my favorite.
I know. He's your favorite. Hopefully. I think he'll be my favorite, too. We'll see. We'll see after this show. But for now, let's get to all that pleasurable music, and then we'll come back with our guest, Adam Hagenbugh, right after the music. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
It's happening. It's happening.
Push the button!
Hi, Katie and Brett. My name is Kevin Martel, and I'm from Honduras. I've been following thanks to your YouTube videos since day one.
Aww.
Katie, I've been following you since 6 years ago, thanks to Switched at Birth. I'm a very big fan. You are just amazing. Brett, I've just started watching you for the first time a few weeks ago.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks to Party Boat.
Oh.
And after this 5 episodes of this radio show, just let me tell you, I think you're a very cool guy.
Wow.
I really hope you are doing okay, guys. I love this show. Have a great beginning of the week. Your friend, Kevin. You can email the show anytime at bdsfans@adobe.com. That's bdsfans@adobe.com.
Oh, man, people are so nice.
We have great fans.
Yeah, we get a lot of emails to that BDS fans thing, and it is my goal to read every single one of them on the air. So if you're listening and you want to email us, and by the way, it doesn't always have to be nice. I don't care. We'll read them all. I mean, you got suggestions? Send them my way. That's fine. Adam Hagenbugh. In studio. Listen, they're going wild for you. What's up, man? Let me unmute your microphone. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Now I have to apologize to you.
I was voiceless for a second.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Not to me. Just to them.
Just to them. Just to the listeners.
Yeah.
You know, the people that are
the whole reason we're here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we could set this all up and then just hang out.
Just for ourselves.
Why not?
It'd be fun.
I mean, look, I'm so sick and tired of having Cobb salads and coffee with people in this town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So why not just invite them to a fake radio show instead?
Yeah, just have them over here, talk about the industry, talk about like some meeting that we'll definitely not both show up for on the same time.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
Flake out. It'll be great.
Right. We'll talk about that game night that you're going to have at your house that I'm definitely not coming to.
Catan? Oh, I'll be there.
Oh, man, it's my favorite game. Oh, dude, hit me up.
I love
for sure.
It. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Man.
Here, you have your phone? Here, text me and then I'll have your info.
I'll bring some IPA from an obscure company.
Totally. And then 3 weeks from now, when I see that text as I'm scrolling through, I'll be like, who was that? Because it just still has a number on it.
No name.
I'm like, who was that?
Exactly.
Oh, man. Are you one of these people, are you good at putting both names in your phone when you get someone's name?
Absolutely not. Actually, there's my roommate of 4 years has been dating this girl for like 3 or something years now, and I still don't have her number in my phone. She called me the other day and she's like, Adam, so it's gonna be on Tuesday. And I didn't know the event, and I didn't know who she was. So
did you play it off like you did? You're like, oh hey, of course I'll be there.
I'm an actor, all right. I definitely committed to that scenario. Yes, and
how long did it take for you to figure out who it was?
At the very end, she was like, "Okay, so Steven will coordinate with you." And I was like, "Steven."
So you just have to hold on long enough for them to give you the clue, and then you're good.
Yeah, and then I knew the name. I forgot everything else she said because I was worried the entire time. So I had to call her back and be like, "Can you just run me through the whole thing again?"
But if you're talking to them for long enough and they don't give you that clue, will you just go like, "I'm sorry, who is this?" Or will you just never? You will just go to the bitter end without ever admitting it.
No, I have some shame. Okay. I'm willing to be like, "Hey, I don't know who you are.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of a jerk, and I didn't put your name in my phone."
It's better when you can not do that, obviously. But it's a good reminder that you're like, a fallible idiot human being.
Totally.
When you have to be like, hey,
look, Katie is in my phone right now as Katie LeClaire PB, meaning Party Boat.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not changing it.
That's a little antiquated. Did you spell her name right? She's got a weird C.
I did. I spelled it correctly. I spelled it correctly. If it was in there wrong because my phone auto-corrected to Leclair, which is how it should be spelled.
Right.
And then I had to go in and manually correct it.
Because I feel like that's the almost in some cases worse if you don't have their number in there and they see it. They're like, "Oh, let me text you real quick." Oh,
right.
Who am I under in your phone? And there's no number. You can be like, "Oh, that's weird. I guess my iPhone didn't update." But if you have their name in there and it's spelled so wrong, I feel like that's worse. I have a friend named Cyrus, and I spelled it Cyrus,
which is
like
how I would have spelled
Egyptian
it too.
god.
Yeah,
but his is spelled Sairus, and I spelled it wrong for like 5 years.
You know what? I don't blame you. I blame his parents.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'll gladly throw.
I was gonna say because that's the problem. Like everyone has a funky spelling now. Yeah, like Bailey with like 3 E's at the end or something, just because he or she wants to be.
Greg with 3 G's.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Jack
on
spelled with
3 G's.
Only X's or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Forget
Very
it.
consonant heavy nowadays.
Yuck! I hate all of it.
Yeah.
Is Jimmy Gibbler spelled the right way?
Not on my...
See that segue?
Nice.
Radio Pro.
Moving over.
Yeah,
Moving
buddy.
over there. It's actually on my trailer, which they've given me. It's
Fancy man.
Not spelled correctly.
What?
There's 3 M's.
3 M's.
Jimmy.
Is it typed out or did someone hand write
No,
that?
it's typed out in the Full House font, and it's smacked on it's drilled into the door on my trailer.
They've embraced it. They drilled it.
Jimmy Gibbler. Yeah.
Are they just messing with you?
Are we all saying it wrong? Is it actually Jimmy?
It should be. We should hold the M.
Yeah, you gotta hold the M
Give me
out.
a little bit more screen time. Every time I come in, they're like, "It's Jimmy."
Hey, look, Jimmy. Yeah, that's great.
I don't know if it was intentional or not. The Gibblers are very strange.
You do need one of those sitcom things though, where when you come through the door, like everyone turns and just goes, "It's Jimmy," and then you got to hold for the applause.
Yeah, and
yeah. Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be great. We should get that going. Let's get it going.
Let me call up Jeff Franklin. Be like, Jeff, got an idea for you. 3
Listen,
M's.
Jeff, I know you've been doing this for a long time. I got a suggestion.
I know you're very experienced at your job.
Yeah.
You got like 30-something years under your belt.
Yeah.
But hear me out. 3 M's.
Dude, so congratulations on the show, though. 3 seasons in?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't believe that.
And technically, like, I guess another 8 other than that. Some people
Yeah.
consider it all one thing.
Sure. But you came on to this new one, was season 2, right?
Season 2.
Yeah. I did my homework.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. No, the show's great.
Research.
What's it like to be, part of this, like, iconic thing?
So weird, honestly. Like, it's wonderful, but also completely surreal every time you come onto the set. Because the whole thing's been reconstructed, like, exactingly.
Are they shooting on the same lot that they did originally?
Yes.
Really?
Which, to everyone's chagrin, they call the Friends lot.
Oh.
Which infuriates them. Because they're like, we were here before Friends. We were here before Friends.
And then, but then there's, like, the 1950s version of Dragnet, and they're somewhere going, like, we were there before Friends
we're
was.
in the same one that Casablanca shot in. I'm like, this
see?
should be called the
Yeah,
Casablanca.
you're like, calm down, everyone.
But Casablanca didn't make over $1 billion, which Friends did. So
Yeah,
that's why they get the plaque.
Plus, Casablanca, like, the Nielsen ratings were way down for that.
There were less people then. There were just not as many people.
Yeah, that's the excuse Bogey goes with, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but so being part of this thing, I mean, that's got to be exciting. Did you grow up a fan of the series originally?
I definitely watched it after school specials and the like, but I didn't ever catch it in a sort of sequential, like every week at this time I'm going to watch it. But my sister did.
Oh, really?
She's just a little older than me, and I think she had the attention.
So she
span.
had the TGIF. She had the TGIF.
TGIF.
Yeah.
She was a big fan of Candace because I think they were like the same. Or no, I think she was closer to the same age as Stephanie.
Right.
So she was watching this character grow up along with her. So she definitely was like asking me about everything in the house.
I think that's my age. I'm Stephanie's age. Jodie, right?
Yeah,
Jodie. Yeah, I'm more her age. I had the biggest crush on her.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe I still do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's definitely as I was watching that original one, I was like, "Hey, what's up, Stephanie? What's up?"
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I remember there's one episode specifically where Stephanie falls in love with this baseball playing guy. This is the original.
The original,
one.
yeah.
Don't worry, Jimmy. I'm not.
Hey, what episode is this? What's going on?
What happened?
Do I need to call my agents?
Did you see a script that I didn't see?
Yeah.
No, where she's in love with this baseball dude, and his name was Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he writes her name on his baseball bat with a heart around it, and then she's in love with Brett, and she keeps walking around the house going, Brett, 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 Brett,
Yeah.
Brett, Brett. That's what her heart is saying. And I was like looking at the TV, a young man in Edmonds, Washington, going, she's speaking to me through the TV. And I'm in love with you too, Jody. Yeah, I've been in love with her ever since. It's a true story.
I don't think she's.
Yeah, man.
I don't think she's dating anybody right now.
Whoa. Hey. I mean, I'm technically not allowed to date people, but it's a whole other story.
Like marriage.
Yeah,
and,
it's all these rules and stuff.
Children.
It is what it is.
That's isn't that doesn't Brett stand her up at the end of that episode though?
I think he does. Yeah. That's the way all of us Bretts with two T's are. We're just out there swinging, man.
Just flaking.
Yeah, just swinging away.
Brought the baseball analogy in and everything.
See, I'm learning.
This guy is
Learning,
a great
man.
radio host.
I want to ask you before we take a break and then come right back and hopefully play the IMDb Star Meter game with someone who calls in, because if they win, I'm going to give them $50. Once again, the phone number is 1-888-99-IDOBY. That's 1-888-994-3624. Call right now. Katie LeClaire, the operator, is standing by. I want to ask you about Undateable.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're on Undateable, but you also, that show does actually live episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What is that like? That's got to be insane.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy.
I mean, we do this live, but if we don't hit the talk button, it's not the end of the world.
We just apologize.
That show's on a major network. I mean, like, that's got to be a rush.
Yeah. Such a rush. What was funny was that show was so sort of like, it wasn't sleepy, but it was like, it was a pretty small cast and a relatively medium-sized writer's room, and we would just kind of come in and go over the script, and the writers would just sort of, or the actors would be like, I'll figure out my lines later. And then as soon as we announced it was live, like, every executive from Warner Brothers was in there.
Yeah.
Like 100 other people. The actors were like, oh, God, I gotta know these lines, I gotta know these lines. It just it ratcheted up the level of, like, stress and performance by so much. But it was an insane rush.
Yeah.
Bill Lawrence, the showrunner on that show, actually got up and, like, talked to the audience beforehand, because the biggest thing that they were worried about was the censors. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
I guess you guys have like a 20-second.
We have like a
time on
20-something second delay. Most radio stations on live TV, I think it's like 8 seconds or something.
Yeah, we had something closer to like 8.
Right.
So what he told the audience was that if any one of our very, very sailor-mouthed actors swore by accident, which they always did during their recorded episodes, that it would cost us like $15,000 per producer, and we had like 18 producers on that show.
Wow!
So he was like, so if they swear, if they slip up at any point, it's going to cost us like $2 million.
And also, if one of you MFers in the audience decides to yell the F word and lengthen it out to last 8 seconds,
we're dead.
I'll kill you.
We're dead in the water.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I will come up here personally and strangle you.
They hadn't told us before we were shooting that, so when he got up and said that, like, while we're shooting, I was like, oh, God.
Uh-oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. All right, let's listen to some more, not guilty pleasures, but pleasures, and then come back and play the game right after this.
Check out The Brett Davern Show on Facebook.com/Brett Davern Show. IW Radio.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
Live version of Addicted there by Simple Plan. Simple Plan, the boys from Simple Plan have a show right here on Adobe Radio. It's called Man of the Hour. It's also podcasted. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts. We're going to be right back on the Brett Davern Show to play Guess Who's Higher, the IMDb Star Meter game, with one lucky caller out there. Try to give away $50 with our guest Adam Hagenbugh right after this. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
Rock and roll!
So, admittedly, we didn't realize that those were the live versions of both of those songs, but you know what? Screw it. Right, Katie?
These things happen.
Yeah, these things happen. We got people on the phone, right? Ready to play the IMDb Star Meter game? All right, let's check her out, or him. Let's find out who it is. I don't know. Are they on? Katie's feverishly pressing buttons over there, trying to figure it out. Hit it. Hello?
Hello,
Hi, who's this?
Tony.
Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Tony. This is Brett. Where are you calling from?
Georgia.
Georgia? What part of Georgia?
Buford.
No
Buford,
way.
Georgia.
Are you lying?
What?
I'm not lying.
Tony, I swear, if you call this radio show and lie to me, I will come to Buford, Georgia, find you, and take you out to dinner. Listen, are you seriously calling in from Buford, Georgia?
I am.
You realize that's where we shot the Crackle movie Party Boat, right?
No.
Well, guess
What's the
what?
name of the tavern?
What are the odds
That's
that
amazing.
Tony right now is calling in from a tiny... Adam, let me explain something to you. Buford, Georgia is tiny. Okay, it's like an hour north of Atlanta. That's where we shot Party Boat for Crackle on a lake called Lake Lanier. Tony's calling in from Buford and has no idea that we shot Party Boat there. This is a crazy world. Tony, are you excited to play the IMDb Star Meter game with Adam Hagenbugh? Otherwise known as Jimmy Gibbler, otherwise known as Trent from Undateable, otherwise known as Mingo from Switch at Birth?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, Tony, here's the deal. If you win, I'm going to send you $50, and if Adam wins, him and I are going to give each other Eskimo kisses. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
I can support that.
Just I'm going through my notes. What's wrong? What? You're trying to... Katie, I don't speak sign language.
I'm not
I want everyone to know something. During the show, Katie tries to give me these signals, but she speaks sign language. I took 1 year of sign language in high school. I don't remember any of it other than asshole, talk, and motherfucker. Those are the only things that I remember. Okay? Sorry, it's true.
Oh, boy, Brett.
All right, Tony, here we go.
My friend and my
It's Guess Who's Higher, the IMDb Star Meter game. All right, Tony, here we go. Here's how the game is played. We're playing 3 rounds, okay? The theme is going to be, because last Friday was Friday the 13th, and because Halloween's coming up, it's kind of a spooky time of the year. So we're going to do a horror movie theme. So I'm going to give you 2 horror movies. Adam, you're listening too, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you 2 horror movies. It goes in 3 rounds. You just tell me which movie's higher on the IMDb Star Meter.
Oh, I got this.
All right, and I looked these up at the beginning of October, so maybe the ratings have changed if anyone's out there looking them up, but when I looked them up, this was the winner, okay, or whatever one was higher or whatever.
All right.
So, you ready, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. What is higher on the IMDb Star Meter game? Which movie? Nightmare on Elm Street, we're talking the original, or Scream?
Oh.
I
Scream.
know. Okay, Tony's in with Scream,
Wow, she
but I got to
buzzed
keep
in.
track of
That leaves
this.
me only one other option. Do we buzz in? Tony
No,
was
you can
quick on
take
draw
the
there.
same one. You can take the same one if you want.
Really? Oh, really? I'm going to still go with Scream.
Okay. They're both in with Scream. Nightmare on Elm Street's higher, guys.
Wow, we
Nightmare on
both
Elm
lost.
Street's higher. Both wrong on the first round. Round number 2. 1978's Halloween. Mike Myers as the killer. Jamie Lee Curtis as the girl running up the stairs instead of out the front door.
Yeah.
Or 2007's Paranormal Activity.
Oh, Paranormal Activity.
All right.
General Activity.
Is this...
You're both wrong again. Oh my gosh.
Is this
0 for 2.
Is this the rating or is this the starometer?
The star meter, not the rating out of 10. It's literally the starometer.
The starometer. Yeah.
Wow, I call it star meter.
Starometer. There's an O in there.
Is there?
You're missing a vowel.
Oh man, we're gonna have to rename the whole segment of the show. Round number 3. Here we go. This could decide it. 1999's The Blair Witch Project, or 1980's Friday the 13th.
I'm going to go with Friday the 13th this time.
Okay. Tony?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
They're going to do the same. And they're both correct!
Nice.
Okay, so now we got a
Points on
tie.
the board.
So now we got a tie. You both have one correct, so now we got to go to the tiebreaker.
All right.
Here's the way the tiebreaker works. I'm going to give you another movie, and then you are going to give me the number that movie is on the star meter, but I'll give you a range.
Price is Right.
Yeah. I think you can go over, though. Let's just say closest to the pin.
Closest.
Closest to the pin here. Here we go. 1973's The Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
Between 1 and 500, what is its star meter number? Tony, you want to go first? Should we let her go first?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
First.
Tony, go
Ladies
ahead.
first.
Which movie?
It's The Exorcist. 1973, the original The Exorcist. We need a number between 1 and 500. Where
I'm
is
gonna
it
say
on IMDb's star meter?
372.
372. Adam?
I'll do 112.
Oh, Tony is the winner!
Wow.
The Exorcist, when I looked it up, was 321. So Tony is closest. Looks like I'm sending $50 US to Beaufort, Georgia.
Very close.
Thanks for playing, Tony. We love you.
Stay on the line, Tony. We will get your
Tony,
information.
stay on the line so we can get your address so I can send you that $50. You got anything to say to Adam Hagenbugh while you're on the phone?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that I liked your shirt. That's literally the only reason I called.
Thank you.
Hey, look, she called in to say she likes your shirt and she gets $50.
$50.
There you go.
Making dreams come true.
Tony, I love you.
Now
Thanks
she
for
can
calling.
Buy the shirt.
I guess
Wait,
we
stay.
found out who's higher.
Hopefully she doesn't hang up. Tony, if you happen to hang up, just direct message at Brett Davern Show on Twitter your address, and I'll send you that $50, just in case. Because sometimes, they get confused. Do we have anyone else on the phone? No? They hung up?
They hung up.
Oh, somebody else was on there. But
You should just give
that's
out fake, you should be like, hey, just DM Chris Pratt with your information. Hey, if you hang up, just DM Jim Carrey with your information.
It's pretty good. Yeah, he'd be like, well, first of all, he wouldn't, I don't think he'd see it.
Jim Carrey, I bet he would respond with the
Actually-
weirdest. He would be like, enlightenment is the essence of soul. Have you heard his interviews lately?
Oh, yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's out, he's trying something. He's out there.
He's trying something.
He's trying
I believe
something.
most of us would call it midlife crisis.
I think there's inside the industry lingo for how to describe him right now, which is Jim is Jim.
Jim is Jim. He's exploring himself.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't care what he does. When you can make, two Ace Ventura movies
Yeah.
and be that good, and The Mask, I don't care what you do after that.
I agree.
Go start a hotel for dogs. You know what I mean? Do whatever you want.
A hotel for dogs. Is that your
That's my dream.
crackpot measuring
just
stick?
because
You're like,
giving
all those people that own hotels for dogs are crackpots.
Yeah, that's like a real thing, though, right?
Is it really?
There's one of those down on Hollywood and what is that?
And it's owned by a crazy person?
I don't.
You're
they might
assuming?
not be crazy. They're making money.
Yeah. Oh, what?
The point of the whiteboard,
Even
Brett.
when Katie holds up whiteboards written in English, I still don't know what she's talking
I don't
about.
speak sign language. I've told you.
Oh my gosh. You want to go to a break, listen
I
to some
do.
more music,
I want
come
to.
back and do our final segment, Left or Right, with Adam Hagenbugh?
Left or right?
Yeah, it's fun. We
Is
do
it
it
a
with every
political
guest.
segment? Bold moves.
You'll see right after this.
Follow at Brett Davern Show on Instagram for behind-the-scenes pics of Brett, Katie, and their guests. IW Radio.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
I love that song. 9 Days, Absolutely Story of a Girl. This next song, our guest brought in. So lots of times we ask our guests what they're into. Adam said this was one of his guilty pleasure songs. It's The Killers with Mr. Brightside. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second. Great song, The Killers. I love that song. That first album is legit. Yeah. That's one of those. That's one of the last albums I remember. You just put in and press play and not on shuffle.
Don't need to change anything.
And by the way, I think I had that like on CD. By when I mean put in, like I actually put that one in.
Man.
Yeah, dude. Right? Wait, you were muted. Sorry.
Still not on the radio.
I'm still figuring it out.
Muted the entire time.
One more question for you before we get to our final segment, because we've been having a lot of switched people in here right off the bat, right? Yeah. And so you spent a lot of time working with producer Katie LeClaire when she was actor Katie LeClaire, and she's choking. She'll be all right. Katie, you all right? Katie, you're really stopping the show in its tracks here by you dying. You okay?
Should we get her off the ground? Should
She'll be all right.
All right. She's not moving.
Boy Wonder, call an ambulance. Are you okay?
Wrong pipe, everybody. It's fine.
Can I get back to my interview now, or do you want to keep coughing?
I'm just trying to stop you from talking about Switched. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Sorry.
You have to apologize for this tomorrow? All right. No, so you got to give us a Katie LeClaire story from Switched at Birth. So you played Mingo on there. What was his first name? What was his first? I looked it up. Oh, yeah. Greg Schmingo. Mingo Schmingo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, I do my research. So come on. Katie was saying during the break that you were one of the favorites of the boyfriends for her character Daphne Estevez, right? What was her name?
Vasquez,
yeah.
of the Sheen family fame.
Yeah. Come on, give us a behind the scenes story. Did she do anything embarrassing or crazy, or did she have morning breath or something? Come on, give us something.
Morning breath. I'm trying to think about anything. Not Daphne. Katie was a consummate professional on that show. I think.
Then what happened over here?
This was what a mess. She really let herself go. I think this is the opposite of like an embarrassing story for her. Yeah. It was embarrassing, I think, for the show sometimes. Was that they would always give her. That we have new directors.
Sure,
because that's how TV works, and. So the directors would come in and be like, okay, Katie, so you're going to be over here, and you're going to hear Adam come in the door. And she'd be like, quick question. I'm deaf. And she would be so sweet about it, but it'd be like, you do realize the show's about a deaf girl.
Okay, I got it. Okay, Adam, you're going to come through the door, then you're going to flick the lights on and off.
Yeah.
Katie, you're going to turn around.
That's what they're supposed to do.
I know.
We would do stuff like, they would always be finding ways of me triggering her, like, vision so she could see me and then address me, but so many times it'd be like, he's going to come up behind you and you're going to hear him walking behind you, and you'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to hear that.
That's not what's going to happen.
The one where you wadded up a piece of paper and threw it at the back of her head was my favorite.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's my favorite one. Adam, one last thing to do with you. We do this with all of our guests. I have 2 note cards, one in each hand. They each contain a different line of questioning. Don't look. You can't see it. But I'm just proving that they're different.
That they are there.
I'm going to put them behind my back, and you tell me right or left, and then that determines the line of questioning that I ask you. Okay. Hence, right or left.
Right or left.
Yeah, see? It's not political. No. It could get political. We'll see what happens. Go ahead. Right or left, Adam Hagenbugh?
I'll go left.
You picked the purple card, which is 10 questions.
Okay.
10 questions on the Brett Davern Show with Adam Hagenbugh. Here we go. They start off easy, and then we start asking for social security numbers and things like that.
That's fair.
Number 1, what is your most used emoji?
Definitely the inquisitive, unsure guy with the
yeah.
finger. He's got the eyebrow and he's like this.
I like that one a lot.
He's expressing the most emotion.
Sure.
He's like, I don't know, but you.
You want to give us an example of a text that goes with that?
I always send that one when somebody sends me bullshit. Like when they're like, I'll be there at 7, and I send that one like, will you?
Also,
really?
fun fact, that's the sign for lesbian.
Oh, is it?
Just have to throw that in there. Yeah.
So now it's even more useful. Now when she'll be like, I'll be there at 7, I'm on a date with a guy, I can send that one and be like, are you gonna be there at 7?
Yeah, because it also has the questioning eyebrows.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Really? 7 and with a guy?
Number 2, what's your go-to order at a coffee shop?
Coffee.
Just regular drip?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean...
Attaboy, up top. Come on. None of these upside-down macchiatos.
I wish I could... I used to get that kind of stuff.
Really?
But I find it's counterproductive.
Yeah, then you became an adult.
Because it's expensive, and I can't do that to my...
Also, there's people in line behind you.
Right.
Public service announcement, everybody. Get your venti frappuccinos somewhere else.
I'm an actor, man. I already sell enough of my dignity off as it is.
True.
Piece by piece on each show that I'm on.
Yeah.
I can't afford to be like, give me something that looks like a unicorn.
How many times, or do you ever give them a fake name at coffee shops? Because I do it constantly.
You're cooler than I am. I always want to, and they're like, your name? And I'm like, Adam.
Yeah,
I can't commit to it.
Oh, I do it, and then I still pay with the credit card that has my real name on it. I mean, I don't care, and I don't care if they know, because I feel like it's just fun. I like to just make myself laugh. That's what I do.
I like doing that too. But
I used to just try to pick the most obscure names ever, but then what happened to me was what happens to you, where I can't think fast enough.
Right.
So now I just always go with Zachary.
It's not that I can't think fast enough. I could definitely think of like,
well, I didn't mean
Kumquat. Please call me Kumquat. Or is that like just like a ridiculous name?
Yeah.
I'm quick on the draw, Brett.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that like I used to try to come up with like like Cyrus or something, but it never pops into my brain fast enough. Yeah,
it's just that I imagine them as like other struggling actors that are just trying to make money, and I'm like, my name's Adam.
Well, my go-to now all the time is just Zachary with a CK.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Zach.
It's like Jimmy.
Yeah.
What is your most watched movie? So I don't know if it's your favorite movie, but it's the movie you've seen the most amount of times.
It's probably my favorite too, because I consider favorite what gives you the most enjoyment.
Okay.
I also have favorites that are like for each genre and favorites for like it inspires me the most.
Well, it's almost impossible to pick like one favorite movie. Yeah.
But the one I've probably watched the most is Fight Club.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I love that movie.
I saw that movie in theaters.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, I'm
man.
old. Yeah.
I wish I had seen it. Well, I could have seen it in theaters. I was old enough to see it in theaters.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
I just didn't. I didn't know it was going to be anything.
Oh, man, I love that movie.
So good.
Oh.
Every time I watch it, I like it better.
Yeah, it is really good. Yeah. Number 4, your celebrity crush.
That also is in Fight Club. It's David Fincher, the director of that movie. I would literally kill a man to be in anything he makes. I told my agents that yesterday. I'm watching Mindhunter right now. I've already binged like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, hey, I don't want to have to go to jail for murder. So get me on that show.
Number 5, did you ever have an AOL Instant Messenger? And if so, what was your screen name?
Okay. I don't remember mine.
That's what everyone's saying.
And I only got one.
Memory.
I only got one because I wanted, like, to believe I had friends. So I got it so I could talk to Smarter Child, the AI chat robot.
Oh no!
But my buddy had one. My buddy had one back in the day, and his was Ninja Donkey 64.
Ooh, that's a good
which
one.
I feel like covers what this segment is about, which is embarrassing.
Yes, that's
screen names.
Yeah, pretty much.
His friend.
Yeah.
I don't remember what mine is. The one I got for talking to a chat robot. But my friend's name was. Yeah.
Number 6. I ripped this question off from the Actor Studio. I've done that before, haven't I? Yeah, that's weird. But whatever, I don't care. What sound or word do you hate?
Okay, you know when it's not like a lip smack, but when somebody condescendingly, you ask a question and they go, do you know that noise? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the worst.
You did that so perfectly, and like I almost just vomited right on the microphone. Oh,
so condescending.
By the way, you should get into Foley work.
I should.
That was perfect. That's so disgusting. Wow. I might have a new one.
Thank you. Yeah.
Every time someone says it, it's a new, like, soiled is now definitely my least favorite word. Thanks, Michael Galante.
All right, we have to move on. Number 7, how many unread emails do you have in your inbox right now?
My
no,
app,
I want to know.
Where's
your phone?
I'll pull it out right now.
Yeah, I want to know.
Let's see. I have one of those apps that, like, it hides it from you. It's like a lawyer that's like, you don't want to know. You know what I mean? But I think it's in the hundreds of thousands.
What's my hourly up to right now? Yeah. You don't want to know.
I'm on retainer. Don't worry about it.
It's in the hundreds of thousands.
On my, I have a Yahoo Mail just for spam.
Sure.
And it's 99999.
Oh, like it won't go any higher.
It won't go any higher.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of unsubscribing the other day, like from all the junk.
You actually take the time to do that?
I did. I sat down. I took about an hour, it feels really good.
I feel like
for that.
There's a name for what?
There's an app for that.
Oh, really? What?
It's called Unroll.me.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We wonder, coming in with the hot knowledge.
We getting paid for that plug?
We're 6 episodes in. He hasn't said 2 words, and all of a sudden he's just over there. He's a fountain of knowledge.
He's getting handed money through the door right now.
Are you being paid by them?
Stacks of cash.
You're the only one around here being paid? That's insane. Oh, my gosh. Okay, where are we? Oh, number 8. Okay. Do you prefer wearing boxers, boxer briefs, tidy whities, or going commando?
Jeez, this is very personal.
I told you they get a little more intense as we go along. Yeah.
I prefer boxer briefs. Mm-hmm. And I don't know anybody who prefers commando. I feel like... Really?
Yeah.
Really? See, but girls can get away
with
it.
No,
Are you saying you?
Me.
Just her face.
Oh, she was like,
I think girls can get away with that.
Yeah.
I feel like, without getting too graphic, I would...
You can get as graphic as you want.
I would have an erection all day.
Really?
Right?
With the friction? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Easily excitable. Don't... Give me that. Give me a little force field that
That's
insulates.
Your second Twitter account, isn't it?
Exactly.
At easily excitable.
Easily excitable. Yeah. Give me a force field that locks it in.
A force field.
That's what I'm looking for. It's for protection.
I need that barrier.
Yeah, exactly.
Against walking around.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, with a
TMI or just enough.
Just enough.
There we go.
Without looking, do you know what color you're wearing today?
Black. That way you don't have to wash them ever.
Right. Is it always you just have the same style and color?
Costco.
Nice.
I go with whatever doesn't...
Come on.
I go with whatever doesn't have a pee hole. I hate the pee window.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I feel like this is something like... You know about that, right, Katie? You know about the pee hole in the front?
I've heard tell.
You know, the Y-fronts, right?
Dumb.
Yeah.
It's a bad invention.
There's this new company that came out with some, and unless they want to be a sponsor, it's stupid, where it's a horizontal one instead of it usually is vertically. You guys know about what we have to deal with? Katie? I'm pointing at you on the radio.
I was thinking about my answer. I mean, yeah.
I go with the boxer briefs with no trapdoor either.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
Just give me the force field.
Right. I want to make sure there's no possible way it's coming out.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, because that'll happen. You're running.
No escape hatch.
You're on a run or something like that, and you're like, okay, he's out.
He's out.
We got a runner.
Number 9. What's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
After talking about...
I don't know.
Talking about...
Career-wise, life-wise.
Oh, man.
Whatever you want.
To be making more of my own stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I blow all of my money on film equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm perpetually broke.
What are you doing? You making features? You want to do some just...
Yeah. I'd love to direct some features.
Really?
I'm always trying to write stuff, but it's like that constant battle where you're like, am I good enough? Is this...
Sure.
Am I Aaron Sorkin yet?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But I'm not saying you can't be.
Couple more lines of Coke, and I'll be there. And maybe a few Oscars. But I always just try to make my own stuff and explore different venues of creativity.
You got something you're working on right now?
Right now, just writing
like
early
a million
drafts.
projects in the air. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so busy.
No, but I just mean my computer. You open it up and there's just like tons of Word documents on the desktop
that's exactly
that are just like some of them are 3 words, and then some of them are a page.
Yeah.
None of them are ever longer than 3.
Adam shoots, though, like all the
Yeah.
film equipment and everything. He's
I also
a
no,
great
that's
cinematography as well.
That's awesome.
I just like being in control of stuff. Because as an actor, you're not in control of
No.
not in control of anything.
No.
It's kind of, I just like being in control. I'm a megalomaniac, guys.
All right, number 10. We've made it to the end. It's the most important question of all. It's a simple question, but your answer tells me everything I need to know about you as a person.
Okay.
No pressure. Adam Hagenbugh, Jimmy Gibbler, Mingo, Trent, among many, many more. What is your favorite fruit?
Apples.
That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Say adios, Producer Katie.
Adios.
Producer Katie's on Twitter at Katie LeClaire. As previously mentioned, it's a wacky spelling. There's a C at the end.
Yeah.
Just type in Katie L-E and it should pop up.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we got problems. I'm on Twitter at BDAV, BDAVV, because I made my Twitter handle really early. And I thought it was funny. And now I'm stuck with it. Thank you out there for listening live on Adobe Radio. You can also subscribe to the podcast version of the show on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you heard, guys, just tell a friend. That's all we ask for. I mean, I'm giving away money on this show.
Literally.
We don't ask you to pay for it. It's completely free. All we ask for is that if you like what you heard, you just tell a friend about it. You go up to your friend at school, you're like, hey, Adam, did you hear the Brett Davern Show today?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, well, you really should. It's a really fun show.
I'll check it out right now.
Oh, they had this hilarious guy on it from Fuller House on Netflix.
He's my favorite.
Oh, he's the best.
Who
best
is he?
part of the
We
show.
didn't say his name.
Oh, he's that guy who's dating, or he's like with Stephanie, and he's the brother of the wacky girl, Kimmy.
Oh,
His name
yeah.
is James Gibbler.
James Gibbler.
Yeah.
Spelled with 3 M's.
That's how you do it, guys. It's just that easy. You can also follow the show on any of the social medias at Brett Davern Show, or go to brettdavernshow.com for archived episodes, photos, and more. Today's guest, Adam Hagenbugh, can be found on Twitter at Hagen, HAGENB00.
Yes, sir.
The O's are zeros. Or you can find him on Instagram, HAGENBOO. I like how you spell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Helps people pronounce it. I like it. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot
for
of fun.
having me.
That was great.
Blast.
Thank you. Tomorrow, our guest will be actor Bo Murchoff from the MTV hit series Awkward. Katie's actually going out of town. She's leaving us for like 4 days, so Bo's going to co-host,
Couple days.
and that'll be fun. You want to tell him about the thing out that, you're not going to...
What?
You don't want to tell him
About what?
about your thing that's out? You don't want to tell him?
Oh, I did a Lifetime movie that aired this weekend, guys.
Yay!
You can maybe check out your DVRs. It's called Psycho-in-Law.
Yeah.
And it also stars another awkward star.
Also starring Mike Faiola, the dad from Awkward. So just connections all over the place, everybody. Check it out. So once again, for Katie LeClaire and Boy Wonder and Adam Hagenbugh, I'm Brett, reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other. We'll see you tomorrow. That was our show. Good night.
Adam's awesome t-shirt.
No. Stephanie Tanner.
Adobe Radio. Did you know you can watch The Brett Davern Show on YouTube? Yeah, you can. Go to youtube.com/Brett Davern Show.